Hello, 8th grade. It is day number 20 of career readiness, and on day number 20, it's all about logos and slogans. All right, so here on the screen you see many different logos. I could probably change the letters on some of these and you would still know what it was. Maybe not necessarily on this one, but they all have like something that identifies them. Like the font that's used, like Samsung doesn't have the line on the A. We're gonna get into that. So your objectives for today would be to define a logo and slogan. You're gonna recognize some famous logos, and then you're gonna make your own logo and a slogan to go with your logo. So your logo is basically some sort of graphic. It could be an icon, it can be an element, and there's a font usually, so it's the type style that goes with it. And they're formed to give a company an immediately recognizable commercial brand. So here would be an example of some things that are easily recognizable. Your Google, your Ford, UPS, I mean, there's not a whole lot of brown and gold ones. Moving on. Okay, so I'm gonna show you some logos and how they've changed throughout the years because they don't always have to be the same thing. They can change as the years go on. So the first one that we're gonna do is Kodak, which in the early 1900s, they were the first company that had part of its name and their look into the symbol. So Kodak is actually called the Eastman Kodak Company. So it has the E, the K, the C. Do you know what Kodak makes? Cameras, photo paper. All right, so then they've moved from the EKC, the monogram type thing, into the red and the yellow, which is their trade dress colors. And it's just kind of a box, a rectangle. In the 1960s, they've now put in this corner curl. Don't know why, but that's the 1960s. I know they're not the best images, but it's okay. Then in the 1970s, so 1971, they've put in this gold line here and they've tried to make it look like a K. So I'm not really sure if you can, I'm not really good at drawing with this thing. They have this K part on there and I probably should have picked a different color, but you get the idea. Oh, I don't know how to use this. That's okay, clear all, there we go. And then the 1980s, it's still there, but they've used a different font. Now let me explain. So we have the K like this, the first one, has these little lines on the top, which hopefully they're coming on the screen. And then the other one, y'all, I'm using a mouse, so please be patient and don't judge. So the first one, the 1970s, it has these things on the top which are called flags or can be called serifs. And then the one over on the right does not have the serifs, so they're missing from there. So they don't have these things at the top. That's really the biggest difference between the 1970s and the 1980s. Oh, I do not want that. Just kidding. Let me go back to this. All right, so then we move on and we no longer have the goldish color on there. We just have Kodak. The A looks weird. It doesn't have the little thing down here. So I don't even know how it's standing. Okay, but they also, the font looks a little bit different. Like this is more rounded. Anyway. So if we look at Pepsi in the 1898, I don't know, that looks pretty bad to me, but that was also 1898, so it was probably pretty good then. And this is how it has evolved. I can remember this one, like the 1973 one. I'm not from 1973. Let's get that straight. But the next one updated in 1991, so I am in between there. But I can remember this logo being a lot of different places. If you had to pick, which one do you kind of like the most? Can share with a neighbor real quick. right? And then here's some other ones, how Ford has changed throughout the years. Again, you can look over at your neighbor and tell them which one you like the most. Here's how Walmart has changed through the years. I mean, if I look at the 1964 one, I feel like we're going to go buy horses and lassos and I don't know what else they are. It looks like a Western town type thing to me. This, that just seems a whole lot. Who knew Walmart ever was brown? I never did. But there's Walmart changes. Again, you can tell your neighbor which one you like the most. I mean, some people still put the star in between the wall and the mark. Instagram or Apple started with this and then it moved into the actual Apple and it's changed colors throughout. Fun fact, do you know the stem part here is actually part of this apple that has been taken out? That's what they say. Instagram down at the bottom has changed also since it started in 2010, has moved into different things. All right, now when people create logos, it's not just let me put a picture on here, boom, count it as done. There's a lot that goes into it. So colors are important. Some colors are supposed to make you feel like things are calm, like blues. Other things are supposed to make you think that you're hungry, like red and yellows. There's also hidden meanings in logos. Let's go back to that red and yellow. Think about a lot of your restaurants, like your fast food restaurants. What color are their signs? McDonald's, red and yellow. Burger King, red. Is that orange? I don't know. What else do you have? Wendy's, red. And then like other restaurants, Red Robin. Well, I mean, they're red. But there's a lot of red signs. What are not red and still a restaurant or a place to get food or drink? Starbucks is green. Panera, forget what color that is. Like a purple and a brown or something. I don't know. Olive Garden, Dunkin', Taco Bell. So there are a lot of red and yellow for restaurants. Now, here's some hidden meanings or hidden parts. First of all, what is the symbol? Toyota. Now, the Toyota symbol has every single letter in it. Toyota. Who knew? You do now. Okay, this is the Tour de France. And what do you see hidden in this logo? It is a person. I don't know why this pops up twice. It is a person riding a bike. So this O and this yellow thing is the wheels. You've got the person and their head is up here, the little dot. I'm not sure, the seat, whatever. There you go. FedEx, I think most people know this one, but there is an arrow between the E and the X, which is supposed to just mean like it's speed and precision. Now, here's a website that has some other ones, like Pinterest. This P is supposed to have a pin to it, Pinterest, like you're pinning things to your board. Why is there so many different ads up here that we don't want? Okay. Amazon is from A to Z with a little smile. Smile, they have everything. Baskin Robbins has 31 flavors, so that's why the 3-1 comes out of the B and the R. Hyundai is a little bit of a stretch for me. However, it is supposed to be two people shaking hands. Now, this one is interesting. This is the London Symphony Orchestra. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Okay. So some people see different things. London Symphony Orchestra. Some people are going to see the L, the S, and the O. And then some people are going to see a person conducting the orchestra. So you have your head, you have the baton, and they are conducting. I'm going to skip over. You can go look at these later if you want to, but Cisco, which is like a tech company, had no idea that it was San Francisco. Forgot the San. And this was the Golden Gate Bridge. This one is Hope for African Children Initiative. Some people, the first thing they see is Africa outlined. And for other people, it is the two people on there. So the one looks smaller, so more like a child, and then an adult person. The Bronx Zoo. In the legs are some skyscrapers of New York. This one, the Pittsburgh Zoo and the PPG Aquarium. I mean, most people probably look at that and just see a tree. But then some people, now that we're looking for hidden things, over here you might see that there is the chimp looking at a lioness. There's also fish down here, birds. And there you have some hidden meanings. Now, when we talk about like the colors and the font style and how it makes you think of something, if I have the Home Depot and I look at this, first of all, I see that it's orange. Orange to me is kind of like caution or construction. And then I have a stencil. Stencils to me are very precise, okay? Like you just trace it, boom, it's very precise. So if I look at this, I might think when I see the Home Depot, and probably because I know that I'm gonna go there and I can get lumber or things to build a house or construct something. But what if the Home Depot looked like this? Do you still think, I mean, we have this little line here that kind of looks like a roof. Do you still think that you would be going there to buy lumber or things to build a home? Most likely not. What do you think you would be going there to buy? Most people say decorations for inside your house. So it's a place to buy things to make your house more homely. Now, we also have something that goes with your logo maybe, or also businesses have this, but a slogan. It's a short and striking or memorable phrase that's used in advertising. You're gonna grab someone's attention with it. Oops, wrong button. Here are some famous slogans that you probably have heard about. Just do it. Nike. I mean, come on, who doesn't know that one? What's in your wallet? Capital One. Bet you can't eat just one. A lot of people don't get this one right. Some people think it's Pringles. It's not. It's Lay's potato chips. And the last one, save money, live better. This one also stumps people. A lot of people think that it is Wise Markets. That's not correct. Apparently, they don't really need to have a good slogan because they've got so many customers anyway. Walmart. All right, so you're gonna make your own logo and slogan. There's two different websites that I've put on your assignment for today. You can use this logo maker and you would choose your industry. You do not want to create an account. There's no reason to create an account. When you get your logo, you're just gonna, can't click out of there. When you get your logo, you're just gonna screenshot it. So if I wanna do animals and pets, I'm gonna have Brady and Gracie treats, because that's my cats. I'm pretty obsessed with them. You're then gonna go through different options of things that you would like. I don't know why this keeps popping up. And then what kind of fonts would you like? What do you want it to look like? All right, and it gives me some options. Well, these don't really have animals, unfortunate. But I can go down through and I can maybe find myself some cats. There's other pages. This is beautiful. I like this one. So I can scroll through and see that there's different things on here. I'm going to, that's not really a cat. Well, is it? I don't need any help, thank you. Here's cats, great. Edit. I can change The font, I can change the font color. So if I don't want this to be this color, I can go in here and I can change it to, my cats are gray and white, but you know I'm pretty obsessed with purple. Okay, there we go. I don't want that to be that color. Look, I'll use it that color too. Look, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Now, boom, there's my logo. Okay, at this point you can screenshot your logo because you're going to need that for your slide. You're going to go in here, include a screenshot of your logo below, put it down here. That's 10 points. If you don't want to use this website, you can use, yes, you can use this different website, which is called whatever, Looka. So we have Brady and Gracie treats. Are you ready for my slogan, y'all? The perfect treat for your cat. Get it? Okay. Anyway. So you can go through this website and you can use this one if you would like to. Either one, it doesn't matter. But you are going to take a screenshot of your logo and then you're going to tell me what your slogan is over here. So I want a logo over here, slogan on the right. Boom, when you're done, turn it in. But first, your career of the day, or not career, sorry, that's 7th grade, I'm sorry, 8th grade. Your entrepreneur of the day today is Milton Hershey, who started Hershey. He first started something called the Lancaster Caramel Company in 1883. He sold the first chocolate bar in 1900. Hershey Kisses came about in 1907. And fact about him, he was supposed to have traveled on the Titanic, but he canceled at the last minute for some business reasons, like a meeting or something, I believe. Could be wrong. Don't quote me. All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So you are going to screenshot a logo that you've created for any business that you want to create. Maybe you want to be a realtor. Maybe you want to have something for pets. Maybe you want to have a physical therapy. You're having a pizza, a restaurant, anything. Whatever you want it to be. And when you're finished, you're going to make sure to turn that in. And that's all I've got for you today. I hope you have a wonderful day.